Ever feel like no matter what you do, some people just don't respect you? They interrupt, make passive-aggressive comments, or act like your time and feelings don't matter. And let's be real, it's exhausting. But what if I told you there's a way to handle disrespect without losing your cool or sacrificing your self-respect? Today we're diving into 6 Stoic ways to master your reactions and show people exactly where the line is drawn. Buckle up, because by the end of this, you'll have every tool you need to reclaim your power and protect your peace. Stoicism isn't about being cold or emotionless. It's about staying grounded, focused, and in control no matter what life throws at you. And when it comes to dealing with disrespect, Stoic principles are a game changer. These strategies aren't just about shutting people down. They're about building unshakable confidence and self-respect. Whether it's a coworker who talks over you, a friend who constantly undermines you, or even a family member who dismisses your boundaries, these Stoic techniques will help you handle it with grace and strength. So if you're ready to stop letting disrespectful people dictate your emotions and start taking control of your reactions, this video is for you. Let's dive in. 1. Control your reaction. Stay calm and composed. Let's start with the foundation of Stoic philosophy: controlling your reactions. When someone disrespects you, your first instinct might be to fire back, defend yourself, or let your emotions take over. But here's the truth: the moment you react impulsively, you hand over your power. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control how others behave, we can always control how we respond. And that's where your real strength lies. Think about it. When someone is rude or dismissive, they're often looking for a reaction. They want to see you get flustered, angry, or defensive. But when you stay calm and composed, you take away their power. It's like holding up a mirror to their behavior, forcing them to confront their own actions without the satisfaction of dragging you into their drama. I remember being in a situation where a colleague constantly made snide remarks about my work. At first, I'd get defensive, trying to explain myself, but it only made things worse. Then I decided to try a different approach. The next time they made a comment, I took a deep breath, smiled, and simply said, "I'll take that into consideration." No anger, no defensiveness, just calm. And you know what? They stopped. My calmness disarmed them. Staying composed isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about choosing not to let those emotions control you. It's a reminder that your peace is more important than their opinion. So the next time someone disrespects you, pause, take a breath, and remember, you don't have to react to every provocation. Your calmness is your superpower. 2. Lead by example. Show respect, even when disrespected. Here's a Stoic principle that might feel counterintuitive at first: showing respect, even when someone disrespects you. I know what you're thinking. Why should I be respectful when they're being rude? But here's the thing. When you respond to disrespect with respect, you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself. You're choosing to rise above their behavior and stay true to your values, no matter how they act. Think about it. When someone is disrespectful, they're often projecting their own insecurities, frustrations, or lack of self-control. By responding with kindness and respect, you're not giving them permission to treat you poorly. You're showing them that their behavior won't drag you down to their level. It's like holding up a mirror to their actions and saying, "I won't let your negativity define me." I remember a time when a family member would constantly make dismissive comments about my choices. Instead of arguing or snapping back, I made a conscious effort to respond with patience and understanding. Over time, something shifted. They started to mirror my behavior, and the disrespect slowly faded. By leading with respect, I didn't just change the dynamic, I reclaimed my peace. This isn't about being a pushover or letting people walk all over you. It's about staying grounded in your principles and refusing to let someone else's negativity dictate how you show up in the world. When you lead by example, you're not just handling disrespect, you're setting a standard for how you deserve to be treated. And that's a powerful statement to make. 3. Detach from opinions. Don't let others' disrespect define you. Let's talk about one of the most liberating Stoic practices, detaching from the opinions of others. When someone disrespects you, it's easy to take it personally, to let their words or actions make you question your worth. But here's the truth. Their disrespect says more about them than it does about you. And the moment you stop letting their opinions define you, you take back your power. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control what others think or say, but we can control how much weight we give their words. Imagine their disrespect as a gift they're trying to hand you. You don't have to accept it. You can simply let it sit there, unclaimed. I remember a time when a friend would constantly criticize my decisions, from my career choices to how I spent my free time. At first, it got to me. I'd overthink, second-guess myself, and even try to justify my choices to them. But then I realized something. Their criticism wasn't about me. It was about their own insecurities and need to feel superior. Once I stopped taking their words to heart, their comments lost their power. I didn't need their approval to feel confident in my choices. Detaching from opinions isn't about ignoring feedback or becoming indifferent. It's about recognizing that your worth isn't tied to what others think of you. When someone disrespects you, remind yourself, this is their perspective, not my reality. By refusing to let their negativity define you, you free yourself to live authentically and unapologetically. And that's where true confidence begins. 4. Set boundaries. Enforce limits without hostility. One of the most powerful Stoic tools for handling disrespect is setting boundaries. But here's the catch. Boundaries aren't about being aggressive or confrontational. They're about being clear, firm, and respectful. When someone disrespects you, it's not just okay to set limits. It's necessary. And the way you enforce those limits can make all the difference. Think of boundaries as invisible lines that protect your peace and self-respect. They're not about controlling others. They're about controlling what you allow into your space. For example, if someone constantly interrupts you or dismisses your ideas, you don't have to yell or argue. Instead, you can calmly say, "I'd appreciate it if you let me finish speaking," or "I value your input, but I need you to respect my perspective too." I remember a situation where a coworker would often make sarcastic remarks about my work. Instead of letting it slide or reacting with anger, I pulled them aside and said, "I'm happy to receive constructive feedback, but I'd prefer it to be shared respectfully." The result? They stopped. By setting a boundary without hostility, I communicated my worth without escalating the situation. Setting boundaries isn't about being harsh or rigid. It's about honoring your needs and showing others how to treat you. When you enforce limits calmly and confidently, you're not just protecting your peace, you're teaching people that disrespect won't be tolerated. And the best part, you do it all without losing your composure or stooping to their level. That's the Stoic way. 5. Use silence as power. Ignore what doesn't serve you. Here's a Stoic strategy that's as simple as it is powerful. Silence. When someone disrespects you, one of the most effective responses is no response at all. It might feel counterintuitive, like you're letting them win. But here's the truth. Silence isn't passive. It's a deliberate choice to withhold your energy from what doesn't deserve it. Think about it. When someone is disrespectful, they're often looking for a reaction. They want to provoke you, to drag you into their drama, or to make you feel small. But when you respond with silence, you take away their power. It's like holding up a mirror to their behavior and saying, "I'm not giving you the satisfaction of a reaction." I remember a time when a friend would constantly make snide comments about my choices. At first, I'd try to explain myself or defend my decisions, but it only fueled their behavior. Then I decided to try something different. The next time they made a rude remark, I simply looked at them, smiled, and said nothing. The silence was deafening. They stumbled over their words, clearly uncomfortable, and eventually stopped. My silence spoke louder than any argument ever could. Using silence as power isn't about ignoring the problem or avoiding conflict. It's about choosing where to invest your energy. When you refuse to engage with disrespect, you're sending a clear message. You're not worth my time or attention. And that's a boundary no one can cross. So the next time someone disrespects you, try silence. Let their words hang in the air and watch how quickly they realize their behavior has no power over you. 6. The psychology of holding your ground and why it scares people. Let's end with a powerful truth. Holding your ground isn't just about standing up for yourself. It's about understanding the psychology behind why it works. When someone disrespects you, they're often testing your boundaries, looking for weakness, or trying to assert dominance. But when you hold your ground with calm confidence, it throws them off balance. And here's why. People who disrespect others thrive on control. They want to see you react, to feel like they have power over your emotions. But when you stand firm, unshaken, and unbothered, it disrupts their entire game. Think about it. When you hold your ground, you're sending a clear message. I know my worth, and your disrespect doesn't define me. This kind of confidence is intimidating to people who rely on manipulation or aggression to feel powerful. I remember a situation where a colleague would constantly undermine my ideas in meetings. Instead of backing down or arguing, I started calmly restating my points with unwavering confidence. No anger, no defensiveness, just steady, unshakable resolve. Over time, they stopped. My ability to hold my ground without reacting emotionally made it clear that their tactics wouldn't work on me. Holding your ground isn't about being confrontational or aggressive. It's about staying rooted in your truth and refusing to let someone else's negativity shake you. When you do this, you're not just standing up for yourself. You're showing them that their disrespect has no power over you. And that's what scares them the most. So, the next time someone tries to push your buttons, stand tall, stay calm, and hold your ground. Your confidence will speak louder than any words ever could. Conclusion. And there you have it. 6 Stoic ways to handle people who don't respect you. From controlling your reactions to holding your ground with unshakable confidence, these strategies aren't just about shutting down disrespect. They're about reclaiming your power and protecting your peace. Remember, respect starts with you. The more you value yourself, the less room there is for anyone else's negativity to take hold. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content on building confidence, setting boundaries, and living life on your terms. Share this with someone who needs a reminder to stand tall in the face of disrespect. And drop a comment below. What's your go-to strategy for handling disrespectful people? I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, take care, stay strong, and keep walking the Stoic pathway.